I wish I could camp down there, but I don't know, the river might pick up and then everything would be wet, you know. I've never been here before, so I don't know, that river could rise overnight and I drown. So I'm not doing that, but man, that looks good. This thing is beautiful. That's deep water. The water's deep down there. If I had a towel, I'd go swimming. Look at that. How long has that been down? That's been down for decades. Look at this. What is this? Rabbit hole? Not a rabbit hole? It's too small to be a fox. So I found my spot. I'm gonna camp here tonight. I just love that view. I love the way that view is. My zoom won't work, and I don't know why my zoom won't work. Yeah, it ain't working. Yeah, my zoom won't work. This is worrying anyway. That looks like a trail. It actually is a little trail, but just go straight off the cliff here. The main trail is back there. That's the main trail here. It goes all the way back out. It's a nice little spot. I'm going to pitch right there in that flat spot there. I'm going to pitch between the two trees. I'll put a you know, a taut line hitch going from there to there, like from that tree to that tree, and my tent going this way. The door will be at the side. Oh, maybe I might get it. No, I don't think so. No, I think it's going to be going lengthways, which is not ideal. It means I have to go around the side to get in, but it should be okay. And it's a nice area. That's another trail leading back that way, and a main trail going back out there. I've been walking around for over an hour. I'm absolutely sweating. It's so hot and it's so humid. It's the 3rd of July. Tomorrow's the 4th of July. So if any Americans who might be watching, happy 4th of July. Yep, we're camping here tonight. I love that view. It's what I want to wake up to tomorrow. I really wish my zoom was working. This is not good. I want my zoom back, man. See me? Yeah. Alright, check this out. This is my own tree sticks, like my own homemade method of when you want a cup of tea and it's not too windy. You don't need to do it, you know, inside your tent or whatever. Just on a flat surface. Use 3 sticks. Take your knife, pare them sharp enough to stick into the ground. You don't have to be really, really pointed because the ground is soft enough, but pointed enough so you can dig them in. Yeah. So you just do that with all 3. First of all, it's kind of like a little tripod stand. Another one. Whoops. The last one. Yeah, that's it. It also helps if you can to make sure that the other end is fairly flat, because that's what your pot goes onto. So check it out. You just kind of go, you see that there? No. You know, I would go like, one of them would go in here, like that. It doesn't have to be the stiffest, you know, you just get it down as far as you can. And obviously the next one is going to go here, like this. And the third one is going to go here, like this, and so on. So you end up with 3 like that, basically. You see that? Let me turn this around. Yeah, you end up with 3 of them stuck in the ground like that. So your pot can go there, and then your kettle goes on top of it like so. Only they'll be level when I do it. They'll be level, and the flame comes up that way. So that's the completed product. So that when it's all level, the kettle just goes on top like that. Flame comes up like so. Same for me. Oh, that's good squishy. Methylated spirits. lighter. Let me take this off. I always put too much of this in. You really only need to go about a quarter of the way up here. I always go about half, just to let it burn extra long and to make sure everything boils completely. A lot of the time when I'm doing this, I'm using river water, so I'll have to let it go to a rolling boil and stuff, but that's not the case right now, thankfully. I don't know if you can see that, but it is actually burning. And so on. And that will go there. It takes a while before that flame actually, you know, kicks in and goes straight and so on. I'll put a little windbreaker up over here and over here, like so. And that there. Yeah, helps the flame just go straighter. But if like it kind of burns for about 2 minutes and then the flame goes really, really straight. That's usually what happens. The wind is actually coming in this way, which is not good. I'll use my here. That should help. There's not a lot of wind, but for some reason, you know, obviously when I'm trying to show something here, that's when the wind kicks up, you know, every time. Of course. I do like I made that myself, yeah. Homemade bushcraft, fire steel. Yeah. Maybe I'll come back when I'll get myself a little fire going on here too, inadvertently. You gotta watch the leaves, you know. That stick wasn't thick enough. I always use a thicker stick so they don't actually catch fire. The little ones do, so use thicker sticks, you know. That's how it works. Cup. And tea. And a hot brew. Yeah, I should have put more water in. So I had to move. I did move. Big rock. This is a nice flat area where obviously people have been camping before. As you can see from the burned wood and that's obviously a big bench. People sat on that big bench. Anywhere pitching here would be nice. Nice flat area there. This one's full of pine cones, but like ideally what I want is I want to be beside the river. I love being beside the river all night long, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen because, and I'll show you, my bag is down here. Yeah, I had to move from the spot I was in because all of a sudden I was drinking my cup of tea and then I smelled campfire. I looked over. First of all, I thought I heard, you know, the glunk 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 that the river makes in the rocks when the water gets trapped in the rocks. I thought that's what it was. And it wasn't, it was a person talking on the phone. So he's a solo camper and he's camping himself. I didn't talk to the guy. I just saw him, went, yep, hello. He went, hello. I was like, yeah, I'll move, because we don't, you know. Solo campers don't like camping. Here's my bag. We don't like camping right next to other solo campers. It's really boring. Yeah, I wish I was here. I wish I could camp right here. Like that spot there, it'd be nice to sit at. I could do a fire here. I could sit down here, but I can't sleep here. It's not enough of a space that's flat enough to actually pitch a tent. I'd have to go back over there, up those steps and whatever, and over there. That's where I'd have to go. But look at that spot. That's lovely. You know, that's beautiful. You've got the river coming one direction, two directions, falling into this stream here. Yeah, that's where I want to be. You know, I wish I could pitch a tent right there, but I can't. It's too small. That's only about 6 feet by 6 feet. It won't do. And the river could rise in the night, and I'd be so wet. So I'm not doing that. Yeah, I suppose this is probably where I'll sit and maybe have a fire here as well, so I can look at the river in the moonlights. Sky's breaking, clouds, I don't know if you can see that, but the clouds are coming together. We're gonna have showers tonight. It will rain later, so I have to get all set up. I have to hurry. It's 6:30. It's 6:30 in the evening. I've got about 3 hours of daylight left, so I have to get cracking. I really wish I could be closer to the river than I am, but it's not going to happen. I have to pitch up over there. I have to pitch up over here, up these steps, and you know, yeah, I have to pitch here somewhere. Probably that flat area there where people were previously. It looks like somebody chopped down a big tree too. I hate when I see that sort of thing. That should never happen. Yeah, I'm also in the middle of several trails. So, I mean, here's the thing, it's a Monday night. I'll come back and explain all that later. But, yeah, I gotta set up now. Lost my rope. Oh, sorry. To fix it up, it needs to be a little tighter on this side, but that's the basic idea. And there's plenty of headroom in here. I can stand up right underneath it. And this is where we're sitting. It's going to rain, so this will be a full covered area, flat enough to sit on. Tent is gone there. Let's have a look. I just noticed a massive hole in my tarp that I haven't seen before. Look at the size of that. That's gigantic. Whoa. I'm gonna have to patch that. Dang. A massive gear bomb. Everything's under the shelter now. I think it's gonna rain soon. Feels that way. And there's all my gear. Close up of that. There's a lot of stuff there. Right, moment. For a photo later. You see it? You see the taut line hitch? It's gone from that tree there, this one. See if it comes into view now. Starts off brown, goes along brown, 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 brown. Ran out of brown cable, ran out of brown paracord. Had to switch it to black, and the black one runs all the way along and goes to there. That must be, I'd say, has to be at least 50 feet, maybe more. So it's the longest taut line hitch I've ever made, and that's what I'm going to be springing my tent from. Check it out. Yeah. Good enough for them all. Straighten it. Okay, that's it for the moment. Ideally what I'd have is a tripod in place to lift it. The problem is that hitch, the line that's gone long, it's too long, it's 50 something feet long. I can't get it to go any taller. And the tent is just probably about, ooh, to be honest, if the hitch was about a foot higher, but I can't get any higher, I'd need a step ladder or something, you know. I'm afraid to fall out here, always afraid to fall out here. I'm not moving any of those big rocks to try and get up. Now this should be okay, there's going to be no wind tonight, it won't be windy, so this should hold up pretty fine, hopefully. Yeah, there's no wind tonight, so hopefully this should hold up good. Home sweet home. Ta-da. There it is. All set up. Finally. Took an hour. Took me an hour to get set up here. There's a big stone right here. Oh, that's right there. Keep leaning on it. It's not good. Really big. Still sweating. Really big stone. So I'm all set up now. I'm really hungry. It's 7:30, just after, 25 to 8. That took about an hour and 10 minutes to set all this up. Much longer than I expected because of the whole tent thing. Tent took forever. Yeah, tent took forever to set up. Yeah, I'm gonna have something to eat now because I'm starving. And then it's firewood chopping time. Excellent. That should be fun. Oh look, I remembered my pillow this time. I've got everything wafting and lofting. I actually remembered my pillow this time, so I'm very happy about that. A double sleeping bag for comfort as well as warmth, because it will be chilly tonight. But yeah, I'm just so glad I had the pillow. Last time I had to not wear, last time it was really warm, so I was lucky. But I had to use my jumper as a pillow, double it up and use it as a pillow. So I'm glad I have this now. Oh, it's one of the best pieces of kit I ever bought. That was £10 on Amazon like 3 years ago. I think it's about £15 now on Amazon, and it's so worth it. They roll up so small. They have these little bubbles in them, little bubbly things, and so it packs down real small. And then when you leave it and the air gets to it and it lofts, it actually picks it. It hasn't even, like, I've only opened it, so you'll see in about half an hour that'll be a big thick pillow. It's amazing, really good technology, wherever they use. All right, food time. Gear bomb fading away. Solid. Ooh. Now firewood almost done. It's basically done. I have a lot of good logs there. They're very dry logs. Lots of resin in them. The brown, the resin in them. A lot of resin in them. Yeah, smaller. Everything is really dry wood, cut straight, so it's gonna burn for a long time. If that was like the wood I was using previously in other videos, that'd be like a 2-hour fire. This would be more like 3 hours. It'll burn for so long. I have there's more of that there. There's the rest of that log here that I was cutting off. You can see all the wood shavings on the ground and stuff where I was cutting, and split them as well. There's a lot of resin, there's a lot there for me to still cut through if I need to, but I don't think I will. It's 8:45, I think. Hold on. Yep, it's 8:50, so I'll be starting that fire in about an hour. I need to put on my jacket because as soon as I stop working, I'm instantly cold. Of course. Look up at me. Look up at me. Hello. Yeah, so as soon as I open up the tripod, as soon as I stop working, I just get instantly cold. That's what happens out here. I mean, it's been that kind of summer. A month ago, the weather was amazing. Really hot days every day, and you know, yeah, really hot days every day. And yeah, God, I'm sweating. Yeah, really hot days every day. It only stopped about a week ago. It was roasting hot, like, and now the weather's really faded back. It's cold, and it's going to be a cold night. I heard on the weather forecast it said highest temperatures were 18 degrees. There's something behind me. I think it's a deer. Maybe a person. Where are you? We start this again. Is that better? Yeah, it's much less blurry. Sometimes that happens. My autofocus won't work. It just still says blurry. So everything I just filmed for the last, I don't know what, 2-3 minutes is all going to be blurry. I'm sorry about that. But I'm not filming it again. You can get lost. Gloves. Giant hole. Axe. Fire going to be right here. Going to put my fire starter down there, and this will eventually catch as well because it's really big and full of resin. Yeah, it should be good. But yeah, it has been that kind of day. It's been that kind of summer. It's been the kind of summer where, you know, everything, it was really hot and then it got really cold all of a sudden. I don't know why. Just the weather was very good, and then all of a sudden it was very bad. So, well, not very bad. It's just nowhere near as good as it was previously, which I'm happy about because there's already so many insects and flies and so on here. They're just everywhere. So, I mean, if the weather was even hotter, I'd be in another state. What is that? It's a bird. I don't know what kind of bird. I wish I knew more about birds, you know, their calls. Because sometimes you hear some stuff and you're like, what the hell is that? Yeah. It'll be okay. As long as it's not like a pterodactyl or a giant albatross or something that can actually, lift me up and lift me 100 feet into the air and drop me on my head. As long as it's not that, I'm okay. Yeah, fire soon. Take it easy for a while. I'm gonna have another cup of tea. Probably eat the rest of my sandwich. I had half a sandwich. I brought a sandwich for like tea, if you know what I mean, because I already had dinner. I left so late. I already had dinner basically. I brought this full sandwich. I ate half of it. I might eat the other half and have a cup of tea, and that's the plan really. And then get the fire going. See how long it lasts. When I go home tomorrow, my last holidays. That's what I was going to say earlier. Actually, it's a Monday night. I took holidays, just 2 days holidays. So I had the weekend. Then today is Monday, 3rd of July. Tomorrow's 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to any Americans who are listening. So yeah, I'm off tomorrow as well, and then I'm back and work on Wednesday. But at least it's only a 3-day week because I don't work weekends, which is cool. Yeah. So next time you see me, there shall be a fire. You hear that? That's a sparrowhawk, I think. Sparrow. It looked like I saw it in the tree earlier. Brown with like little silvery speckles. It looked like a sparrowhawk, I think. Too big to be you know, just a normal one, like. So, and he was there. Oh God, something like he was there in that tree, and then he was up above me. Like there's a break in the canopy straight above me, and, like here. So like, and he was circling around up there for a while, and he screeched at me. He screeched at me a few times, and then he flew off. And when he was over there, over in the sun, that's the west. The sun rises, he sets in the west. Sun is setting over there. That's west. Probably about a mile away, I would guess. He started screeching again. And that usually means there's other people. So I'm told. So I heard. And probably about a half an hour ago, I heard a dog barking in the distance over there. So I think there's more people somewhere over there. I'm at the very tail end of the forest. If you go down that trail there, this trail right here, you go down straight down that trail, it just ends. The side of the mountain comes down here, and the river goes there. The river goes underground, so you can't follow it, and there's nowhere to go. I'm at the very, very end of the forest. I've been camping in this forest for 20 years. 21 years. And never been down this end before. And obviously lots of people have. That's why there's so much, you know, chaos and, you know, burnt, fiery, you know, previous fire and stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, the reason I wanted to check in is because I found out what's behind me over here. Every time I sit here, I've sat here where I pitched the... You know, where I pitched the... That's very blurry, actually. Yeah, where I pitched that tarp. I had the chair here. I had the chair right there, and I was sitting there. And I've sat there probably 5 or 6 times already. And every time I do, like once I sit down, and I get settled in and stuff, probably about 5-6 minutes later, I start hearing this thing behind me. Earlier I thought it was a deer, but then I saw what he was, and I think I figured out what happened. I think I figured out why he keeps coming out every time I'm over there. It's because I'm away from my food. My food is in the tent, and when I sit over there, he probably can't see me, and he thinks the food is open, so he starts to move, you know. And just a few minutes ago, I saw him. It's a hare. It's a rabbit. It's a hare. He's really light brown, and his underbelly and the soles of his feet are white. And I saw him going in now the ferns, like the fern bushes there. He's in here, like he's hiding kind of. See, like right there. He's in those ferns. Hold on, move around. He's in that fern bush here. He's hiding in all these ferns over here. And yeah, I saw him move back in. He's making a lot of noise when he moves. He's pretty big. He's bigger than a cat, you know. He's pretty big. He's got a big fat arse on him, you know. Big fat furry arse, and he's jumping around the place. And I really hope I can get him on camera, you know. I hope I can get him on camera because that would be nice. I never get these on camera. I saw a deer earlier. I saw one earlier when I was in my previous spot. Turned around, thought it was a person. He looked at me, and then he turned and he ran. Scared the life out of me, as they do. And yeah, he scared me to bits at the time. And yep, so I saw a deer earlier today. Seen so many foxes, not today but on previous occasions, and I never get any of them on camera because I never have my camera with me, you know. I just film when I'm filming in segments, and then I leave it in the tent usually, you know, because I'm always afraid it will rain. And this is not in any way waterproof. This is an Econ. It doesn't say it on it. It's like an A600 or something that's called A6 or A3600, something like that. They're in no way waterproof. This thing gets wet, it's done for, you know. So I can't get that wet. I'm always paranoid about it. That's why I always leave it in the tent back there every time. That's why I never have my camera on me, and I can never get my phone out in time to actually film one of the animals that I see. So I would love it if this little hare came out. But he's not little, like I said. He's actually a big hare. He's big and he's hairy. He's a big hairy hare. And yeah, it would be great. I know I won't get him on camera. I wish I could get him on camera, but I know I won't. It would be cool if I did, you know. But yeah, that's what it is. It's a hare behind me, and that's why he's able to move up that. That's not a trail back there. It's just a load of ferns going all the way back for God, it must be 100 feet or something, you know. So there's no trail here. There's 2 trails over here. Obviously that trail ends, the one down there. That one there just ends as you go. It just ends, you know. And there's another one that cuts back up this way. It goes up and it goes back that way, like that way. And then there's one right behind these trees here. There's another one, and I don't actually remember which one I came in. I can't remember if I came down the one or if I came straight through. So tomorrow morning, I'll have to pack my bag, pack everything up. It's supposed to rain tomorrow morning as well, so I'll be folding up the tarp last. I'll leave that open to protect everything else from the weather, because yeah, it's not good when you wake up and it's only going to rain a little bit. Like, I've been out camping where it was a thunderstorm. When you wake up, everything is soaking wet, and it weighs so much, you know, and it's awful. So, but tomorrow it will be raining. Tomorrow, probably when I get up, I'm not planning to get up too early. Probably around 9, maybe 9:30, maybe 10, and yeah, I have to pack the bag, and then I have to go down both trails. Pack the bag, leave it aside, and go down that one first and see if that one's the one, or go around the one around the back and see if that one's the one, because I can't remember which one I came in. So I have to walk down both of them. There's a little like slip trail, a really thin trail that leads onto the bigger trail, which is about, I'd say, a mile that way. It's about a mile that way, which would be east, that's north, so that's south. It's southwest. That'd be like southwest over there. So that's where the main trail is. That will take me back to, well, the entrance of the park of the forest, which has closed, by the way. This park is actually closed 26 minutes ago. Yeah, closed at 9 o'clock. It'll be dark in about an hour, and then I can get the fire going. I might even start it early, I don't know. I feel a bit chilly, but yeah, that's the plan. The plan is to get the fire going fairly soon. Do nothing in between. I could cut more firewood, but I don't think I want to. I think I have enough there for a 2-hour fire, and I don't want any more than a 2-hour fire. I really love sleeping out here. I think it's the oxygen levels, you know, when you sleep here with all these green trees around you, all these plants, all this vegetation. I sleep like a baby, you know, regardless. I think it's like it's my own, you know, high oxygen chamber, you know. I'm Vincent Price, you know. Walt Disney, Michael Jackson. Yeah, so the plan is to head to bed early. I'm not staying up late tonight. I don't want to. I can get up fairly early too. Like, normally I wouldn't get up at 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. Doesn't sound early to most people, but when I'm out here, like when I'm camping, that is early for me. Sometimes I get up at 12. Sometimes I get up at 12:30. You know, and yeah, because I've had late nights, I wouldn't go to bed till 4 in the morning. You know, whereas I'll be asleep by 12, probably 12:30, 1 o'clock tonight. I'll be asleep, hopefully. I should be. I mean, I'll be in bed, ready to go, and we'll just see what happens then. Yeah, I hope I can get that hair on camera. You know, it'd be really nice to be able to get that hair on camera and, you know, let everybody see him and see what he's like. You know, because he's I only saw the back of him. I didn't see the front of him. Just saw the back of him. You know, he had real like clumpy feet, like real stumpy, clumpy feet. He just he popped in and kind of kicked out as he went in. I was like, oh God, that's a hair. At first you're like, whoa, what is that? You know, oh God, you know, please don't be a yeti, you know. Don't be the abominable Irishman, you know, comes out of the woods and kills you, you know. Yeah, it was a hare, which is cool because I haven't seen one in a long time. You see lots of them around here, but you usually see them in the clearings. You don't see them in the forests. You see them out in the open grass areas. That's where you normally see them. So I can't remember the last time I actually saw one in the forest. Like, you know, a lot of this area is kind of a clearing. It's not a grassy clearing, but it's still flat land, very flat and so on. Look at, like, my bottles are just standing up by themselves. You know, it is very, very flat land. Like, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, you normally don't see them. I didn't know they would go into the ferns and mess around in there, you know. It's like he's waiting for me, you know. He's waiting for me to leave and he can come in and rob my sandwich, you know. And I also have I have oatmeal with me. I have oatmeal for breakfast, like a ready-made oatmeal. You just add hot water and, you know. So maybe that's what he wants. Do they like oats? I think rabbits and hares, yeah, probably eat pretty much any grain, yeah. Maybe eat carrots, not that much. Yeah, so it'd be cool if I could see him, but probably won't happen. Yeah. And I won't see that sparrowhawk again either because they're going to bed now. All the birds have just stopped because it's going to be dark in like half an hour, so they're all going to sleep. Yep. And the sky has completely cleared. There's no clouds whatsoever. It was supposed to rain. We were supposed to have showers right now. I was hoping that because I love the sound of the rain on the tarp. That's why I set up the tarp. I want to sit underneath it, listen to the rain, but it doesn't look like it's going to rain at all. At least, by the way, the weather forecast I looked up was Dublin, and I'm not in Dublin. I'm in Wicklow again. I'm in central Wicklow, and what I looked up was South Dublin. They're not very far apart, but maybe enough for the weather forecast to be different. For all I know, it's actually raining in South Dublin right now, but it's not raining here, and it's not. It looks like it's not going to rain here, but it could rain tomorrow morning. So, which I don't want. I want it to rain now. You know, I'm all set up. I just want to sit back and enjoy the rain. But you know, I don't have any choice. I have no say in the matter. So yeah, I'll check back in soon. Yeah, getting the fire going and stuff. Check back in for that event, because it's always an event for me. It's always something I like to film, see how it goes. It doesn't always go right, you know, first time. It has the last couple of times, since I'm using this method that I saw on YouTube, you know, of using the methylated spirits. Works every time, basically. No effort whatsoever. Not very bushcrafty, but it works. Yeah. So, shall check in soon. Look at my axe. Look at my axe. Oh, it's all blurry. No, blurry, blurry, blurry. It's getting dark now. It's going to be full dark pretty soon. I know it doesn't look like that on camera when you look up there, but it's going to be full dark in about 15 minutes. So I decided to peg this entire... Let me get my headlamp on. You can see. Yeah, I pegged the whole tarp down because the wind picked up like crazy. And it was blowing like crazy, and I didn't trust it because there could be strong winds out here tonight. So I decided to just peg it all the way down in both corners. That corner there, and the one behind the rock. And yeah, so it's going to be dark soon when I start the fire. Fire, 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 right here. Let's go.